Oh, he might be going. Yes. Of course it is. I pressed the button. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Gonna put a prank. Gonna put a prank. Gonna invite Frank. Here we get it go. Did I get it go? We're about to go right now. That's the intro song to Seeking Truth. We will start shortly as we find Fraser and Frank. I should probably work on that intro. Here we go, here we go, here we go, go, go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, oh, oh, oh. Here we go, here we go, here we go, what we know, where we go, what we go, what we know is here we go, what we know. Where we go is where we know, what we know is where we go, what we know and what we don't, where we go and what we know. I don't know where Frank is, I'm gonna mo. I'm gonna mo, where are you, Frank? I'm gonna know, yo, 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 yeah, bo, 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 dee, da, bo, bo. We're gonna have to work on that song. I'm probably gonna have to cut it down. Maybe we'll just go with like a here we go, here we go, here we go now. 2, 1, 0, 1, minus 1, 2, minus 3, 4. Oh,
Yo, yo, yo!
howdy. I was just goofing around with the
Yeah, it took me a couple of seconds. The lag between my desktop and my phone, I do the notification from my desktop first. I don't keep my phone on all the time, so the notifications got lagged, and it took me a while. Sorry about that.
Are you doing a weird thing like a studio thing like Sean now? Are you going upscale on me here? Have you,
No, same thing.
what do you mean? You're going through your computer though or somehow?
No, I have my. I told you I have.
Oh,
Look, see, I have my desktop on. Okay.
okay, that's where
See?
you're getting your signals or something.
That's where I'm getting my. No, well, I got my router. Wait, this is my router right there. Wait, can you see it? Okay, can you see my router?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I
wait.
got your
Okay,
Steve.
that's my
Steve
router.
Snyder.
Okay, so so I keep my desktop on because I'm in my computer almost all the time. But I don't do a lot through my phone, so I keep my
Mm-hmm.
desktop up. And when I get the notification on my desktop, I go to my phone, and I
Yeah,
know that so.
that's
And there was a
fine.
lag today. I don't know why.
I figured out how to do. I'm gonna practice the theme song while I'm waiting. So this time we get like this little tune going on. I was working. It didn't quite. I don't know. Like we'll see. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, knowing that I have a lag, I'll be working on that theme song for a few episodes in.
Yeah, there's always a lag. Everything is slow.
Yeah,
No matter what you do, it's slow.
that's it. Oh, I saw a little ball of wire back there, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bring a ball of wire. Oh, I forgot it.
Oh,
Sorry.
I know you saw the post I tagged you in. You see that guy's dying. He
Oh
says,
yeah,
"I never."
I get it. I lived my whole life without algebra. That's
Oh,
good.
I
I've got to
love it.
find a way of.
I'm gonna take
Oh,
my
I gotta like.
teacher.
Oh yeah, I know how to like. I gotta share that with my brother. I think he would like that. Oh, I remember how you share things too. I'll go back to it. I gotta remember to go back. I'm gonna write that down now. Algebra,
Okay.
because I know you can click on it and share it with someone's name, like you say.
Yes. Your brother's a mathematician too.
No, he's a linguist, but he's
Wow,
really
you guys.
he's a smart one. He's a professor at university.
Oh
Weirdo.
wow.
He's
He's
got the
gonna have a
brain.
high IQ. Yeah.
Like
I thought
again,
you
but
had the brain.
no, I'm the runt of the litter. What are you talking about?
Really? Get out.
Well,
Just
it's
out
all
of
about
curiosity. Go ahead.
my
Go
brother
ahead.
universities it's like 4.0 is the top grade. This guy
Yes.
floats like right up there. He
Wow.
but he always kind of had a either a wife or a really strong girlfriend. Like the first one that he had, he was just like, okay, we're getting married, but she was not very good for him, I don't think. And then the second one, like, they broke up, and then so a little while later, I was actually living for a while with him in Calgary. We were going to university at the same place, and
Okay.
met this other girl, and so we were living together for like a year or something, and I never saw him for most of it because he was with her, Get married. Basically, what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, without a good partner, he would starve to death. Like he wouldn't be cooking his
Really?
proper meals. His house would be totally disorganized. So he's really good at the books, but then like he needs his wife. Like
You
literally,
know,
he would
I've heard
literally die. He would get lost every single day. So he's like
I've heard of
smart,
people
but
who are incredibly book smart but can't do day-to-day things.
that's it. You know that you
And
say that?
it's
Book smarts? That my vice principal told me that. She was, you got book smarts, Fraser, but you don't got people smarts. It's like that really stuck
yeah,
with me. You say book smarts like
yeah,
Principal
yeah.
Wagner or Vice Principal Wagner. Bruce Wagner.
It shows up more in people who
Yeah,
have high functioning autism that they can do a lot of things, books, numbers, they
yeah,
memorize dates, stuff like that, but they can't cook a
yeah.
simple meal, dress themselves,
That's
brush
it.
their own teeth. It's day-to-day things they can't do, but
And
you get
that's a
that
great
one thing.
example, yeah, of the extreme where someone like that might score like a perfect score on the IQ test or something.
Right, but they
Because
can't
the
cook
IQ
rice.
tests are measuring that thing
Yeah,
and they
right.
can't even
Exactly.
tie
Yeah,
their
we
shoes. That's what we're talking
I
about. That's
actually
what I mean when I talk about the
yeah,
intelligence thing. That's exactly what I mean. When I said IQ,
right.
it's exactly that. And you could be missing everything else and do really good on an IQ test. And that's that person that you're talking about. That's exact. Oh, Frank, you hit. Wow, you made the point that I wanted to make.
Okay.
Really seriously, I'm like, that's what
Actually,
I
it
meant.
was yeah.
Yeah, and clear. Like that's a perfect example. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. You
That's
were
all right. No, no.
enlightening me. You
Uh,
were enlightening me. I shouldn't have interrupted you.
we just we just saw some truth.
Okay, signing
So there
off.
was
We did it. We found it.
yeah, we're done. uh, we just saw there was a guy, I can't remember his name. He had really, really bad autism to the point where he couldn't do anything day to day, but you give him a date and he would give you the year. I don't give you
Yeah.
the year, I don't know, something with calendars.
Well, I know
He
what you
was just,
mean. And he could tell
yeah,
you
he
like
was
what day of the week, the 3rd of January 1960 or what is, yeah, 3rd of January
actually,
1963, he would say it was a Thursday. And
right.
I've heard of
The
things like
movie
that.
Rain Man, yeah,
What the
the movie
snap?
Rain Man was based on him, and sadly he passed away a little while ago. I don't know what form, but his
Yeah,
father had to be his sole caregiver because he couldn't even get dressed.
couldn't even do it. Yeah, but he could do that thing that just blows your mind.
The
But
brain's
and that's
remarkable.
what we're talking about. Like everyone's got something to offer, and you don't like, and that's just it. Like I found mine. It was like math. Okay, I'll do math, and people will pay me for it. I like doing it anyways. But then
And
it
I'm
was like,
terrible at math.
if if the only thing of it, like I grew up on a farm, and I am not a good farmer. My little brother, he's an
I wouldn't take
awesome
you as a
farmer.
partner. Are
No,
all your
I like
brothers
him.
told, by the way? I wanted to ask.
Yeah,
Are all your brothers
my
told?
my younger brother, who's the farmer, he's as tall as I am, but like farmer guy. My older
No,
brother
right.
is smaller, but he's like, yeah, but he's tall too. He's 6'3" maybe, but like the runt, the short one. I
Six
like
three
to,
feet to run.
I'm telling you.
I'm 5'5", so yeah, Fraser.
My
I'm a
dad was
full.
6'10". My dad was 6'10".
Holy shit! Yeah, you told
So
me.
I
I'm not
grew
even
up like
tall.
this. I never feel tall
Right.
because I go home and he's shrunk now because he's getting older. He's
Yeah.
like 5'8" and
Well,
like big guy too. Eh?
when you visit me, you'll feel tall. I'm a full foot
Oh,
shorter than you.
that's it. I moved to the east to feel tall because everyone in the west is just like giants, giant country. Yeah.
Wish I was taller. God.
Oh no, you don't. Oh no,
Oh
you.
no, yeah, yeah. I heard like people like Shaquille O'Neal, who's like 7 foot something. He can't buy beds long enough because his feet hang off the edge.
Yeah, me too. Me, no beds don't fit me already.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
had
I
to
can
get used
crawl
to
to
it.
little
My feet
corners
are
and
always
comfortable.
sticking out the end of the covers. One of the things.
That
That's
sucks.
one of the things. That sucked. I'm telling you, my toes are gonna fall off one of these days. Fall right off. They're gonna freeze right off. Anyways,
All right, so tell me about this damn car now because I'm really interested. You lost your keys.
I was trying to like think how could I keep this brief because it's like a weird like winding story. Okay, so it starts
Oh, by the way, can you
Sunday. I
see you got
decide
an
to.
Elvis?
Eh?
Can you see you got an Elvis mug? Look, Elvis.
Nice.
Can you
I was
see Elvis?
actually.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
should tell you what I'm drinking. I opened this on the way home. I was like, oh, I need to just calm down. Pear cider. It's actually low alcohol, but
I'm drinking
Oh,
tea.
you can't even see it. It's
It's backwards.
Sorgwangamau.
It's
Oh,
backwards to me.
oh, I had a solution for that. Just hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna run away. I'll be right back. Give me 5 minutes. I'll tell you that story. No, I'm just kidding. 30
5 minutes.
seconds.
All right, 5 minutes. Well, this is Seeking Truth with Frank and Fraser. And I don't know what truth we're seeking tonight, but we seem to hit on something. Oh, this is going to be interesting. It's always interesting to talk with Fraser. I'm going to wait. Oh, you look, bow and arrow. See? I don't know if you guys can see. I'm not letting it go. I'm going to hurt my fingers. But I could probably shoot a pencil pretty far.
I don't know.
Welcome back.
I'm so silly. Sorry. That was dumb. There was like a little handheld mirror. I was using it for videos with my brother to do that because to solve the kind of the backwards problem, I would hold it with the mirror and you could read it. Anyways, whatever's. It's a pair
It doesn't matter.
sider, which it didn't at all. I don't know why I did that. So, what were we talking about?
Your car.
No, really, when I got home, I was like, oh, just bring this down because again, I had to get it out on video. But no, okay, so Sunday, I'm going to Ottawa. You know, driving between cities, taking passengers
Okay.
as I go. You know, so I fill up 3 passengers, pick them up, no problem. And then we get on the road, and about a half an hour out of Montreal, there's light snow. It's not so bad. Getting out and coming around this corner, we see, oops, there's someone who got in the ditch and flipped. And it must have happened just
Ooh.
ahead because, you know, we're about the second car to stop and see what was going on. And it's on its side, like driver's side down. Get over there, and there's a woman, and she seems to be okay. Pull her out. Like, no bruises. She's obviously in shock, but it's like, are you okay? Anything, like, it doesn't seem to be anything hurting or anything. You need anything? Grab her keys. So I grabbed her keys, you know, kind of reach in like this, right? Grab her keys, give her keys, bring her to the side of the road. And then from the other side comes along, you know, there was one car with the doctor, one car with like the provincial transportation truck or whatever. They're on the other side though. So coming across between the median, which is where it's flipped, you know, it's deep snow still on the ground. Crunch, crunch.
Yeah.
And then they're like, who are you? Where's your car? Get out of here. You know, it's dangerous to stop, I guess. You know, we're pulled right over. Anyways, dangerous to stop. So I'll run back to the car and go. You know, that's fine. Well, it's fine. We'll come back to that part of the story. It plays another role in this thing. So
All right.
then go off, and we get just outside of Ottawa, and it's cheaper gas before you get into the city. Pull off, grab some gas, get out to the car, and go to start it. And it's one of these proximity sensor keys. So get in there, no key detected. I'm like, well, that's weird.
Oh.
Like, that's it. If it's not in the car, oh, it must be around the side where I filled up gas. No, it's not there. It's not where in the gas station. Where is it? Where is it? Oh my gosh! Like I jumped out of the car and saved the air. No, and I like kind of threw on this coat at the same time as I'm jumping out. So the keys might have gone flying then, or when I reach into the car to pull her keys, that's what I'm imagining. I reach into the car and pulled her keys, and as I'm passing her keys, my keys fell in the snow. I'm sure that's what happened.
No.
I don't know. Anyways, but this is like thinking back and like, what do I do now, right? I got 3 passengers that need to be in Ottawa. I can't do anything for them now. My car is just like locked up. At that point, I didn't even know that I could put it in neutral. Now I know how to put it in neutral, but then I was like, I don't even know how to put this in neutral and roll it off to the side. It's stuck in front of a pump, right? Oh my goodness. What to do. So anyways, one of the passengers figures out something. The other 2 are kind of with me. And I got a friend, so I called a friend from Ottawa, and he comes out to like, and at this point I'm like, maybe we can go back to the spot, and they're just sitting there on the side of the road. So we run back. I mean, it's 45 minutes back or something. And I take a look. At this point, we have another skiff of snow had fallen, and the snowplows had passed. And when they passed, they go to the side. If they'd fallen on the side of the road, they would have got flicked by the snowplow.
Oh.
And at that point, I'm
no.
like kind of looking around, skiffing around, like where we were. You could see obviously where the car had landed. They'd pulled it out by this point. There's going to be no chance, right? Obviously. But I thought I'd try anyways. It's not a good idea, though. And in fact, it's highly illegal to dig around in the median of a highway in the middle of winter?
Yeah.
Apparently.
I
So
don't
the
think that
cops
would
pull
be.
up.
Well, I don't think about illegal, but probably not very smart.
It's illegal, highly illegal. The
Oh,
cops
really?
pull
In
up
Canada?
because the
Okay, it's not
cops
illegal here.
informed me of this. One police officer informed me of this rather loudly.
I don't
So
know if
I'm
it's
kind of,
illegal in America.
I'm, I don't know. So I'm digging around in the snow, right? Woo, woo, woo. Hey, get over here, you know, like, and I'm like, oh, I'm just looking for some keys. Get over here. If you're not here right now, it's like, I couldn't remember which one. If I'm here, if I wait too long, I would get arrested. He was like, I'm going to give you, you're either arrested or I'll give you a big ticket. Like, well, you know, I get up to the car, I get into the back seat. And like, and my buddy at
Oh
this
shit.
time, he had pulled off onto the side of the other side, you know, but off into the, it was an exit ramp, and he pulled off to the side of the exit ramp. So, and then the cop has to kind of take me kind of way off to the next exit and kind of come back around again to get where the car is, my buddy's car.
Right.
And, you know, in this time, I'm able to tell him the story, like, oh, sorry, like I lost my keys doing this thing, and I'm just coming back here, you know. I'd actually had to call the transportation division and say, like, where have you had accidents this morning going westbound on this highway? And they gave me two around that time, like, so we went back, and just by the, you know, the width of the median and kind of the surroundings, you're able to judge, okay, it's got to be this one, right? But, and so anyways, where was I going with that? Anyway, so I'm telling the cop this whole story. And by the time we get back around to my buddy, he's kind of calmed down a little bit about the whole thing. But then he had saw where my buddy had parked. He says, your buddy is parked. No, you can't do that. That's even worse, right? This is like a $500 fine or something. I'm like, please don't give us
Oh
a
my
ticket.
god.
He goes out like to yell at my buddy. My buddy was actually stuck. He hadn't stopped there on purpose. He was actually just going to go off and then kind of turn back around. But when he pulled over, he got stuck there. So he was stuck. And now the police, he's like, I'm going to call a tow truck. And I said, well, can you let me try and push it out? At least he's like, give it a try, but he's on the phone calling a truck. Like, you're not really allowed to push him out. He's like, give it a try. Get a couple back and forth, and it gets out. And I jump in and we go. I'm like, don't even ask permission. We're leaving. He pulled around behind us, but then he turned off and he let us go. Like, holy shit. He was threatening me to be arrested at the start. I'm like, it's that illegal apparently to walk in the median in the middle. And it's true. I mean, it's a curve. There was a car already went off there, but like, okay, fine. Terrible. That's all right. I'm not going to find my keys. House keys, work keys, car key. Anyways, so we got to go back to the gas station, call another buddy in who has the membership to get a tow for free. And he comes out. And so, but then we're waiting like 2.5, 3 hours for the tow truck. There's a little diner beside there. Now it's 4 passengers, 2 buddies. No, 2 passengers, 2 buddies, and me. And then, and we're just sitting in this diner watching the Super Bowl, basically, waiting on this tow truck. Now, tow truck comes along. Like, well, I've got to tow it to the dealership because I need to get one of these stupid keys made. We're talking about $300,
Okay.
and I'm thinking like, okay,
Yes.
$300, that super sucks, right? So, but we go to the buddy's place and find, and we get to the buddy's place, and it's just like the end of the game. We watch the last kind of few minutes or last like 20 minutes of the game or something, or 12. Anyways, we watched for 20 minutes. Pretty good game. In the end, we got some pretty good moments of the game for sure. But then in the morning, go back. Like, we just basically, I told the dealership, I get there when it opens. Like, you know, I told my car here, there it is. Kind of like give him a little bit of the story and say, like, what is this going to be? And he's like, well, we'll get it done quickly because, you know, he's got a feeling sorry for me. $680.
Oh my god.
Are you kidding me?
Oh.
And like, what are my choices? I got a spare key maybe in my apartment, but it's like all the way in Montreal. I've got shit to do. And so, yeah, it's like.
Oh, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Oh.
Right? So that's the middle of the story. That's the same day.
That's the middle of the story.
8 hours. But I can stop there and give some of the. Oh, no, just a little. No, anyways, but it's. No, and not even. Like, it was turned out to be 8 hours instead of a 2-hour drive with these passengers. I was with them for 8 hours. And by the, it was
Wow.
stressful there at the start, like people trying to figure things out, got to cancel shit and stuff. And it was like, ah, damn, and no one got anything else to do. So they got to come along with me doing this stupid needle in a haystack thing, possibly getting arrested thing. And it ended up being like hugs at the end and stuff, like a really bonding kind of thing. We're just laughing and laughing by the end. Anyway, so
Hope you
all
have a
good.
couple new best friends now.
So at the
You
end,
might
it's
have a
like,
couple new
okay,
best friends now.
that's it. But it's a $700 kind of best friend. No, it's like
Yeah,
it was $700.
right. Yeah, right.
But there's positives, right? We weren't the one flipped in the ditch, made some friends, had just a memorable experience. I got two friends that came to my aid. Like, it's to know who your friends are, right? It's like, wow,
Yeah,
thanks.
right.
Like that really, that was a big part of it. And it's so at the night, I'm like, okay, that sucks, whatevs. Then, so that's Monday, like Monday I got the key and had to do running around. I ended up taking Monday and Tuesday off work to try to get like house key. Even still that, my landlord, I called him twice. He's like, I'll call you back in 20 minutes. Nothing. Next day, hey, oh yeah, I forgot. I'll go talk to my dad. Call you back in a half an hour. Nothing. It's like,
Yeah, yeah, I
thanks,
think it's
bud.
kind of important that you're able to get into your apartment.
Well, I could get in. I leave myself with plan Bs, we'll say.
Okay. All right.
So, but I
No
couldn't,
need to
and my
save.
third key, it was left with someone who was, say, not as responsible that I'll make better
Uh,
backups to that key thing next time. But I thought the
yeah.
landlord, but anyways, that's like, we're talking like I called him on Monday. I don't know what day we are now, but I still don't have a key. Anyhow,
Wednesday.
um, is that right? I should remind him that it's been 3 days that I don't have a key.
Yeah, you should.
Anyways, so where are we at then?
Oh no, sorry.
We're at Wednesday now, Tuesday afternoon. So I'm doing these run around Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, I think. I get this call from the dealership. They said, oh, you were here yesterday to get this key. Like, yeah, well, we want to buy your car. Basically, they want to pay the rest of the loan. And if I want to buy it, no, this all revolves around me buying a car from them, I suppose. It's not for nothing.
Oh
We're
yeah,
going to buy
yeah,
your
yeah.
car. Wait, what was the whole thing? We're going to buy your car, lower your interest rate, and give you all the money back for the key as a check right now, or as a check when you like sign, as it were.
So you would have
I mean,
zero. You had zero, but no car. Everything paid off, but no car.
I don't know, but no, but it was all in a deal. Like basically, it was a trade-in. They were going to trade in my car
Yeah,
and
yeah,
just start me on a brand new plan. Just like, okay, we're going to erase the whole old car and then start on a brand new plan. That's basically what the deal was. But erasing the old car, like this is a 2015 with 200,000 kilometers on it. Now, I've done
a
nothing
lot.
more than brakes, tires, and oil changes. Like it's been a dream of a car for that. But it's at 200,000. It's about to start breaking down, right? Electronic things are already starting to bug out a
That's
little bit,
wait.
but
Just can you wait? 200,000 kilometers, about what? 130,000 miles, give or take. I gotta
hmm,
let me do the
yeah,
math.
120,000 miles, 120,000.
120. Okay, that's when. Okay, that's when cars just start to need all the big maintenance, timing chain. What else?
Right?
The tune-up, filters.
Yep.
The plugs,
Everything
transmission service. Everything comes up about then.
starts right about there, right? And so,
That's
like,
a
I'm
lot of
already thinking
maintenance.
this in my mind. I'm thinking, like, this car has low value, low resale at this point, and if I keep it, it's just going to be a headache. So they said that I was
Yeah.
like, interesting, because basically the financing isn't under them right now, it's under someone else. So it's in their interesting to get my loan to them, under them,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
and so they're willing to lower the interest rate like quite a bit. Like I'm not exactly like an angel in the credit world, so I don't get a
Oh,
great interest rate, but they're willing to cut that more than half. So that gives great payments.
wow.
And then I looked and the value that's left, because I was on like a 7-year plan. And so you don't pay a lot of the actual value of the car up front. You start paying a lot of the interest and then you pay
A
the
lot of the
car.
interest, right? But after especially with the high miles that you got, you think if you a different car with a better interest rate, you're going to be coming out ahead.
I know, right? Wait a second. So because I got kind of an extra
Oh yeah.
warranty, so that adds $3,000 to the cost because it was used when I got it.
Oh,
Um,
sorry.
left on the principal or the buyout cost. Now you get in mind what you think about a car with 120,000 kilometers, like we talked about. Buyout cost,
$20,000 miles.
$21,000. The buyout.
What was the purchase? What was the purchase price?
I don't remember. It was more. It was a bit
Well,
more than that. But it's
the
like a
car's
year and a
certainly
half
not
in
worth twenty
payments.
thousand miles though. $20,000. The car's certainly not worth $20,000. I would say more like 15,000, just because of the maintenance
I
that's
looked it
coming
up
up and
on
the mileage.
VMR. I looked it up on what is it called? VMR. You know the VMR
Well,
thing?
we use Kelly Blue. Well, we use Kelly Blue Book or Edmunds, but yeah, it's about the same thing.
But you can do it. Yeah, exactly. And you can look up approximate kilometers for this year of car. It puts it at $8,000 Canadian. So we're talking like, $5,000 maybe American. I don't know. That's what they're talking the book value on it.
Right,
And they're
right,
buying
right,
it
right.
for $21,000.
Wow, wow.
And I'm just thinking, how do I not
How
do
could
this?
you not?
What
Right,
the
you
hell just
should. You
happened?
definitely should.
That's what I'm saying. I lost my keys and I got a new car. How the fuck did that
Oh,
happen? That's how that
well,
happened. You wanted to know? That's how that
right.
happened. And I'm
Well,
like, what? How is losing my key the best thing that could have happened to me this week?
as
New
soon as you met
friends,
me, Fraser started talking
old
to me, good
friends,
things happen to you. I'm a good
good things
luck
happen.
charm.
You should sell that. I'm telling you. You should work. You should do that. You should sell good luck charm.
So, all right.
Weirdo,
So
right?
you're gonna obviously you're gonna take care of that. You're gonna take the deal. You'd be stupid not
But
to.
and now it's which one? Now I'm gonna get a Hyundai, which I'm fine with. This one lasted
Hyundai,
200,000
Hyundai.
with
I hate when you
Hyundai.
mispronounce it. Hyundai, Hyundai.
How do you? It's
It's South
spelled so
Korean.
weird though.
Hyundai. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Hyundai. I know.
when
My
you're
brother
all
works
into the
for him.
Olympics and stuff, you know how to say these things. How do you say where,
Yeah.
you know the city where the Olympics are? How do you say that?
What? Which? Where is it? Where? Just remind
The
me where it
Winter
is.
Olympics?
Just even
It's in Korea there.
Seoul, South Korea.
No,
Oh,
I'll tell you
Pyongyang.
how. Okay,
No, it's not Pyongyang.
yeah, that's it.
It's Pyongyang. Okay, that's how I pronounce it. Pyongyang.
You're really good. You're really good, damn.
Oh,
It's
don't even,
Hyundai.
please.
Hyundai?
Right,
So
Hyundai.
Hyundai,
Hyundai, right.
not
Well, you're
Hyundai.
not gonna fit. You're not gonna fit in an accent. Don't even, don't even try that. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, Sonata is a good choice.
I
Now you
was
want to go to
thinking
Hyundai.
Sonata
Well,
or bigger. Sonata or bigger, you know.
Sonata. What's the biggest one? Zera, I think, is the biggest one.
No, right
That might
now
be
in
how
the
you find it.
sedans, I think Sonata is the biggest, but then you go to like a
Let me look up.
Tucson, which is like a mini SUV there, but it comes at least
That's
in
yeah.
all-wheel drive. But you actually lose passenger space, but you gain big kind of trunk space. And then you go up
Well,
to the
you
Santa
want
Fe.
do you want a sedan or an SUV? Because I can recommend.
Well, again, it's got to be through them. If I want this super deal, I got to go through them. The Hyundai
Right, but
dealership.
no, but I'm saying okay. They
You know what
have,
I mean?
as far as sedans are concerned, they have the Elantra, that's very
Mhm.
small. The Sonata, which what you had, and the Zera is huge.
Oh, the
Uh,
Zero.
the
I'm gonna
Zera,
grab
yeah.
another machine, see if I can look at this at the same time.
But that's a V6. Well, I don't know if you want a four-cylinder V6. What are you looking for? You go up to want
It
fuel
doesn't have
economy?
to have, like, it really doesn't have to have nuts on it, honestly. And that was the weird thing, going from the Sonata and looking even at is this thing on?
Those
Yeah.
new Sonatas have only four cylinders now. There's no V6.
Well, okay, well, I don't know what I had, but whoops, I'm kind of looking weird, sorry. I'm trying to turn another
Alrighty.
device on so I can, like I have fucking two old phones and this
Well,
tablet, but I
if
want
you're
to just
looking
see
for
what we were looking.
passenger room,
What
you
was
got the
that?
Santa Fe, which is big. The Santa Fe is the
That,
biggest one.
oof. Yeah, it's nice. It's
That's
got lots and lots of room, but
yeah.
it might be like it just the gas it eats. It might not be too. Like I say, I'd need not a small car. I'd like to sit
Actually,
up a little bit
this
higher.
one,
That's why I said the
so
Santa Fe
yeah,
or the
Santa Fe
Tuscon,
Sport. Well, the
Tucson.
Santa Fe Sport's the smaller one. The Santa Fe is big. The Tucson fits somewhere in the middle.
What was the
So I
bigger
don't know.
than the Sonata? There was one you say was bigger than the Sonata, a sedan.
Azera, Azera,
No,
Azera, Azera.
I don't know why it didn't come up on the. Like I was looking at
That's like
the.
it's almost the size of like an Impala or something like that. It's a big car. It's decent size.
Hmm, But check it out. Wow, is it possible we don't get it in Canada? That's not even possible.
Go to Hyundai.com. Hy.
No, but you understand, I just did it. Wow. No, I don't. Is that even? Hmm? Wait, let's see.
If you
Because
get
I
a
just,
base Zera, I mean, you're getting a good offer. I mean, you don't have to get like fully loaded. But the Zera starts at 34,100. The Sonata starts at 22,000. So it's like, and yeah, that's $12,000 difference. That's I'm talking about American money now, not Canadian. It might be a little more for
we don't
you.
have Azeras. That's not even
You
possible.
don't get the Zera?
Well, go like look at HyundaiCanada.com because I get two
Hyundai,
different things. I
okay.
can see the Azera in HyundaiUSA.com, but not
HYA,
HyundaiCanada.com. That is
H,
wild. I didn't even know they did that sort of thing. Like
Canada.
I'm just coming up on
Hyundai
Google and
Canada, there we go. Okay.
look, the
Let's see
biggest
what's
one is the
available.
Sonata. I'm telling you. When I go to Hyundai
Let me
USA
see.
and there the Azera pops right up. Weird. But I could just hop across the border and buy one, I suppose. But no, I couldn't. I have to go to this dealership. Dang.
English. Wait, okay, wait. Where you want Montreal? Because I have to pick a
Just
province.
Ontario. Pick Ontario. That's actually where the
Pick
dealership
Ontario.
is.
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
Wow, this looks like a nice car too.
Wait, let me check all vehicles. I'll see.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You know, that might. Oh, I can't believe that. I can't believe
Do
you
you
don't
see what
get
I'm
the
talking about?
Azera.
It's not even in the list. That's weird. Anyways, so what I'm looking at is that list there then. So which
Wait,
just
home
cuts that one out.
David.
Then the Sonata is the top one. And then we get like again the Tucson, it was in my price range at least. I might have to go used, but even if I go used, they're gonna eat that loan. Um,
You might be better off with the used car, but let me see
oh,
what
for
they
sure.
got
Like
here.
basically, I kind of like
Accent
ask for
marker.
everything I can, and then I'm gonna downgrade. Like I don't need any of that electronic crap that's all around it. Even
Wow, you don't get the
right?
Azera. That's crazy. I never heard of this, and it's an upscale car. Do
That
you?
would be
You
weird.
don't.
Why would they sell that here?
I have no idea.
That's so weird. Hmm.
So,
Anyways, but still, the other ones, like I say, the Tucson, but to downgrade even to used without all this stuff, like proximity sensor key, I never want one of those again. Seven
I actually like those, but
$100. Fucking,
yeah, I
I
know.
was mad when we have Canadian Tire. That's our like hardware store or something or general hardware store, and they cut keys for you. And I was mad when that price went up to $3 a key. It's like, what? $3 for a key? Come on. $700. I
I
don't want
know.
it that
Believe me, my brother works for Hyundai. He orders keys for people who need extras or lose them, and they go between $300 and $700 over here too.
But
And
basically,
that's
what it
American
sounded
money.
like was it was like a $200 piece and then a $500 programming fee or something like this, programming and cutting key fee. And so then me and my buddy, it's like, we got to get into programming and cutting the keys and,
Yep,
charge $200
make a
each.
ton of money.
And then we're coming in way under $300, right? I mean, it was just dumb. And it was a little bit of programming. I'm already into a little bit of the language, but it was like, whoops, business idea.
You know what it is? They plug it into your car, into the ALDL under these dashboards, which is I
Yeah.
forget what the acronym stands for, and and they put the heavy key connected to the computer, and it takes literally 5 minutes to program the key to your car.
I'm telling
It's
you, right?
ridiculously simple, and they charge you a crazy
I'm
amount of money for it.
Hey, I'm thinking Frank's key business. The key to truth. The key to
I
truth.
actually,
Frank's
you need a dealership.
electric.
You have to have a dealership, I think, for that. I don't think
No,
any Tom,
I'm
Dick, or Harry can.
people do it
The thing is,
online
though,
and they say, "Oh, it's sketchy."
it's
But now you got Frank's keys, and that's not sketchy. People know Frank. He gives good keys. He'll give you the right key.
They actually need, yeah. Well, you know what? It's a little more complicated because you need your VIN and your registration in order to get the key programmed and
Yeah.
cut. Because anybody can come in with any key and say, "I need programming for this car," and you can get it. So you have to have actual proof that you own the car.
Oh yeah, and someone would come to you with their proof, and they say, hey Frank, and you would do that because otherwise the police would not like Frank's keys. They would say this is
Yeah,
the key to prison.
yeah,
No, but you would do it honestly so that you made sure because I could do that, right? I had the
yeah,
ownership papers
right.
in my wallet, so there was no problem there. And I show that to you, Frank, and you say, "This is my ownership. Here's the VIN.
Oh yeah.
Can you
Well, in
read?"
America,
You know.
I don't know if you have registration in Canada. America, we have registration. We do it every two
Hmm.
years. It's a little card. You register your car with the DMV.
Yeah, we too. Yeah,
Okay.
similar thing.
So,
But yeah, anyways, so
okay.
that's the
So,
story.
getting back to that, the Accent and the Elantra are too small. The Elantra GT, they're too
Yeah.
small. I wouldn't even think about those. I think you'd have
I
to
might
be.
think
Did you ever
about the
see that?
Elantra, honestly. I might think it Elantra. You don't think
Oh, did
so?
you ever see that movie, Police Academy, where he's teaching Bubba Smith how to drive? He rips the front seat out and sits in the back, and he's driving the car from the back seat. That
That's
might be
me.
you.
In the accent for sure. Yeah, that thing is micro. But let me
Yeah,
get
that.
it because
Yeah.
it definitely lost some room in the back, but I could still sit in the Elantra. But oops, let me just pull it up again because some of the specs, like I was really looking for that back, the headroom and the leg room. Come on, stop
Well, for
moving.
you, Canada's not as the biggest car, unless you move up to Genesis. I don't know if they have that in Canada now.
I think I might end up just going with another Sonata, honestly. I might go with a Sonata with a little, if it's
Interesting.
less bells and whistles, and then maybe go to the used lot. And so they'll eat $21,000, and then I'll get like a $13,000 car for them. I think that would be super
That's it.
funny. And get like,
I
and it
think
would just be a
that
minuscule
would be
payment,
smart. That would be
right?
actually smart because they don't know what you want to buy. So
No, they don't.
make
They're
sure you
giving
get
me
the deal
all
first, then
sorts of
buy
good
the
stuff.
car.
And then I'll get like a $13,000 car, and they've already said they'll give me a $700 check. They'll give me winter
Oh,
tires. They give me,
nice.
it's just good. It's just, and so they give me those
Oh,
things
yeah.
as I'm buying, like, oh yeah, maybe I'll step up to a $27,000. Like I look at the payment, I'm like, I am not stepping up to a $27,000 car, man.
No,
That
no.
is a
Yeah,
big,
you
big
need.
payment.
Yeah, yeah. You need
Yeah,
winter tires up there. We don't get a lot of snow. We don't. I use all
yeah.
season. I'm good.
But
You have
honestly, like
summer
with the
tires on?
Sonata, no, 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 winter tires. But even someone said, oh, your tires are getting a little bit. One of the mechanics is like, your tires are getting a little bit worn. You should get new ones. I was like, if you're saying they're bad tires, with this car in this condition, it's about 10 times better than any other car I ever had before that. I had one, it was a Toyota Corolla,
Really?
like a really old one, with the tires, the winter tires that have actual like metal spikes that stick out.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
With this car, with these tires, I have more control than I had then. Like it's good and heavy, it brakes nicely, like with the ABS thing. Never a
Yeah.
problem. Like it is just a dream car. So I need winter tires, but I don't need more car necessarily for the conditions. I don't go off road and this kind of stuff. But all-wheel drive
No.
does
Okay.
sound nice. It does. But so yeah, I could see myself in another Sonata, I think. Like a simpler
Oh,
Sonata.
wait. Does Sonata come with all-wheel drive?
No, I
I
don't
don't think it
think
does. I think it's only front wheel.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think yeah. I didn't actually. I don't think so. I'm just gonna go through a build it thing. Whoops, no, I'm doing the wrong one.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and build one and see because I know that at this dealership they actually had all-wheel drive was one of the things I could get, which is oh, you see it's right there. Santa
It
Fe
would. I
all-wheel
don't
drive.
think it's on their
I
passenger
don't think it
cars
does.
though. I think
No,
it's just on their
it isn't.
SUVs.
Yeah, I think that's
No, I
exactly
didn't
it.
think so.
I'm looking at it now. Yeah, exactly.
That's only
Only
on the
the
SUVs.
Class
That's what I
A.
thought. And I'm a car guy.
Yeah,
I should know this.
you
Yeah.
should know this. Especially if you're gonna get into a business with this kind of stuff. Yeah, just Santa Fe and Scoots on them.
Yeah,
That too.
you're gonna have to come help me run it. I wouldn't mind.
Well, it's just like there's a couple parts to that. Well, no, now you're making me think. Okay, there's a couple parts to that business, I suppose. There's the manual part, like the people that actually have to go, but most of it is talking to a computer.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not like over there with like wrenches and stuff. Most of it's just like plug,
Yeah,
tickety 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 tick, and
yeah,
and there's just a little thing now. You get it for these cars, and it's this little Bluetooth enabled chip, and you put it into that mechanic slot. You get a or a $2
yeah,
app.
yeah.
Apparently, the $2 one is good on your phone, and you're looking at the diagnostics like the mechanic is. Similar thing for the
Yep, I
programming.
got
Like if
one.
you get the right little plug, you now reprogram it. But then, and then it just requires, again, owner's permission and all the legal things you have to go through. I don't know what the states is. I don't even know what it is. Maybe it is illegal to open such a business, and you can only do it on Kijiji or whatever, or Craigslist. Anyways,
I
but
wouldn't know.
no, but it could be, right? Like
I
if you're
act-
charging $700, are you kidding me? There's like a
yeah,
large
I
like
know it's
place
crazy.
to make profit within that and the
Yeah,
actual
right. There
process.
is. I think. Oh God, I think they made $500 off you. To tell you the truth,
Oh yeah,
I don't think it
but
costs you. I don't. The
it's
technology
weird.
is so cheap right now, and it's just they're just
But
basically charging you for programming and labor. It's nothing. It's a nothing thing.
yeah, there was like I tried to look up on the blog posts or on the like Google things to the Google. I tried to Google, but basically like but in the meantime, before I paid the thing, I'm like, how we could get a cheap key, and it was basically like, yeah, there's the ways of doing it. Apparently, there's a $12,000 machine that actually laser cuts these weird looking keys. I don't have it on me, but
Wow, really?
so it's not just a regular like machine to cut the key. But even then, like, how many $500 hits do you
My
have to do
brother
to pay
actually
off the
uses them.
$12,000, right? So, I mean, it's still
Yeah, right.
exaggerated,
Well,
even if that $12,000 thing is true. And I don't know if that's true, but you have to get a special machine
well,
certainly to cut the key. Still,
my brother
500 bucks?
works. My brother works for Plaza. He does Hyundai's, Hondas,
Yeah.
Acura, Toyota, and other stuff. And one other, I can't remember what it was. Key, I think it is. Yeah, and he cuts keys, and he does what 3 or 4 a day. That's at a busy dealership, and that's 5 car lines. So it's
Okay.
and I think it's one
Maybe it's
machine
not
that
a
does
big
all five
commitment.
car lines. Ah, you
Okay.
figure if he does 2 or 3 a day over a month, there's 25 working days. You're talking about 75, 80 keys in a month,
Yeah.
$500 a pop.
And even
It's
when
a lot of
Frank's
money.
keys get started, I mean, you start with one or two. You don't have to, like, you're just waiting. It's like an on-call thing while you're doing other stuff. And then when one comes up, two comes up, 10 and then 75 come up, and now that's like a, $100,000 a year job or something. I don't know what it.
I wish.
Well, if you do three a
I
day,
gotta
and
look
imagine
into it.
it's like $300 a pop, and if you could do three a day, no wait, it's like you could do say $300 a pop. If the dealership is doing for 500, 300, you're going to get customers, right? And then
Yeah.
wait, I'm trying to think what $100,000 divided by 300 is.
And you're the math guy, please,
Oh,
Fraser.
please, quickly. Excuse me. I think you have to do about 3,000 in a year,
That's
which is like,
very doable, though.
is it? I think that's, oh no, that's like 10 a day. But if you're online, like this is an online business, no, that's a lot.
You can
Wait,
do that
so
easy.
that's
I
to
think
make
you could do that easy.
$100,000? Holy shit.
I don't even have to make that
$100,000 is
much.
a
You can
lot
make
of
half
money.
that. I don't.
If you want to make half that, okay, five a
Yeah.
day.
Say I want to clear 50,000 a year, so
I
I
don't
probably have
know.
to
Yeah,
make
maybe.
closer to 70,000.
I'm just trying to think. Am I doing that calculation all wacky? I don't know. I'm pretty
3 a day is 52
300.
weeks in a year, right? So
Wait, how many can you?
3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15, right? 15 times
Wait, how
10
many
is
are you doing a
150.
day? Oh, I've got a paper right in
Let's
front
say
of me.
3 a day.
So
Three a
if you
day.
could,
So
yeah,
every
okay,
10 days you're
three a
doing
day.
150. So every 10
Yes.
days you're doing 150, right?
No, three a day.
I'm sorry.
No, 30. Yeah.
Every 10 weeks you're doing 150.
But
So
three a day,
52
say,
weeks.
and you take a few days off a year. Say you do 300
Oh,
days in a year, three a
let me get
day,
the calculator.
or say you
I'm
do
not
three.
working 365. I'm just working 5 days a week. So 5 times 52 times 300 times 3. Wow. $234,000 a year. That's what I got.
I am terrible at
Unless I
math.
screwed something up.
I think
How
mine
could
was
you
10 a
be
day.
terrible at math? Wait,
I'm just
52
like,
weeks, right?
don't tell anyone, but
Times.
no, yeah. Wait,
Okay.
52, because you do
Wait,
52
52 weeks.
weeks. So you got like
Right. Times 5.
250. So you work
That's
250
times
days a year.
5 days.
That's good.
260
That's
days times 5 days. 260, right? Times 3 a
260
day,
days a
right?
year. Yeah,
Right.
times
I have
three.
780.
So it's
780 a year.
700. You've done 780
Times that by
keys.
300. Times
Times
that
that
by
by
300 is $234,000. I was right. It's $234,000. I don't even need to use three. I don't even need to do 3 a day. Use 1 a day.
It's $234,000 in fact.
I just said that.
I did the math. Like, it's
I
kind of
actually have a
backwards.
calculator. I'm using it on my screen here.
No, I don't know. What was I thinking before? I said 10 a day. What do you do if you can do 10 a
I don't
day?
know why. That's a lot.
So you divide that by 3 and multiply it by 10. Wait, what?
Times
Oh
5.
no, that should be super easy. Oh no, if it's
70.
10, what?
One a day would be $78,000. 10 a day would be $780,000.
That
Move
was
the
what I was.
decimal over.
Oh, I was so close to getting that answer. I was just like, wait, what am I looking at? You said it, I'm like, oh yeah, of course, because I had 1,000 times 780, 780,000. Wow,
And
I'm
you
so
don't even
bad at
have
math.
to petition. I
I
quit.
think I'm just.
Goodbye.
I might be tired. It might be bad. But yeah,
You might
no.
be a little
So
drunk too.
are you thinking about getting into the key business now? No, but it would be something like that. Like if one person could take care of the programming and one person take care of the actual physical cutting of the keys, right? It doesn't have to be you got to do the whole
Well,
thing.
a lot of cars sold today have that push button start. There's no physical key,
Yeah,
or there's
more and more.
or there's like a or there's like a slot without a physical key that you put. If the battery dies in the thing, they give you an option where you put the key fob into a slot, and it still
Yeah,
uses radio waves to read the chip to start the car. You're not going to be stuck.
that's
The
what he
thing is,
said
you have
I
to
could
have
do.
the
Yeah.
right, right. But if you lose the key completely, you're fucked. You know, you can't lose the key completely.
Apparently, if it goes in a snowbank, you have to wait till
Right?
springtime. No, you'll be good.
Apparently, it's a couple months away. So, yeah.
I have to wait a long
So
time
yeah,
too. Yeah, no, but
so
there's
a lot
like
of
the
cars don't
cheapest
have
one they
physical
had was
keys.
that kind of the switchblade one. That was the lowest grade
Yeah,
one they had. It's still
yeah.
electronic though, so it's still expensive and it's still programmed to the car. Like it was like
Yes.
it seemed like every key will be programmed to the
That
car
would
in
be
some way.
that's closer to like $200 to
Yeah, that'll
replace
come
rather
down in
than
price.
fully electronic. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
you know you have
still, I mean,
it,
every
when you
car.
buy a car, you usually don't have a choice. They give you two key fobs with every car that you buy. You want extra, you got to pay for them, obviously. And you know, people like me and my brother, we share a car. One fob goes to him, one fob goes to me. You lose
That's
one,
it.
that's it. You know, you're done.
Yeah, no, and the replacement cost is ridiculous. But anyways,
It is.
business opportunity. That's what that means. It's called in finance or no, yeah, finance we call it or no, economics. Anyways, arbitrage. Arbitrage means that there's a difference in price that could be exploited. You could come into the
Oh
middle
yeah.
and boom and hit it really hard. So it was like
Oh yeah. If you
Uber. I think
undercut,
that was their thing. They
them.
came in between taxi and bus. Like bus is like $3 a ride, taxi is 30. What about 15? And they just killed it. They just slaughtered that. But there
Well,
was
that's
just
what
no
Uber
one.
was doing.
That's
That's
Uber.
exactly what
Yeah,
Uber and Lyft are doing. Yeah.
exactly. And it's just seeing a big difference in like, it shouldn't be that expensive. And it doesn't have to be that cheap, right? And so it's like, well, in this case, it
Well, if
definitely
you
doesn't
can
have to be that
undercut,
expensive and you can bring it down. You don't have to do
well,
it
if
for
one guy's
free.
charging 30, one guy's charging 30, you don't have to do 15. You can do 20 or even 25. You're still undercutting somebody, and you're gonna pick up more business. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
simple economics.
All right. Well, we're getting into the key business then.
All right,
God,
well,
Logan.
come to America.
Come
And
to
you know,
America, oh, land of opportunity.
get
No,
your
but no, I shouldn't put. Oh, maybe we shouldn't put
get your
this one on the
passport,
internet. This should be like a trademark idea before we put this one live.
right?
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I would not have the business sense to do anything like that. I could,
Neither
I'm
do
like
I.
that low intelligence. It's like organizing my own life. Forget about it. Running a corporation.
Oh,
Yeah, let's put a, it's that, and this gets right back to it.
well, actually, you can use Sean for that. He's organized like that.
Hey, Sean, if you're watching, no one's watching actually. Never mind.
No, Sean, if you're watching, get your passport. Come on, come to America. We got a good business opportunity.
Or hey, Sean, what about a good business opportunity in Montreal? Don't tell
Okay,
Frank.
I might come up there.
Oh, hey, come on up. We're gonna.
I gotta
I
get
was
my
just, yeah,
passport.
yeah. Take a few French lessons. It'll be. No, I'm joking. Montreal is actually very English friendly. Like, and you go to the Italian area, the Little Italy, and they're only speaking English and Italian. That's yeah. This is your
I hear
hometown,
it's
Frank.
I hear it's hard to become a Canadian citizen, though.
Yeah, but we don't treat illegals that harshly, so. Come on over. I'll bring you in the
Oh, that's
trunk of
great.
my new car.
We just went full circle.
I don't know. That was so dumb. Anyways,
Oh, that's
oh,
great. All right, you want to get into the verse of the day now?
oh, we really go there? How about we? You can read the verse of the day, but maybe it could be as a closing thing because I think I might have to go.
Oh,
I might
all
be
right. Well, all
falling.
right.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, but read it as the. Maybe we
All right.
can,
All
flip
right.
through.
Psalm 97:10. It's really simple. Let those who love the Lord hate evil, for he guards the lives of his faithful ones and delivers them from the hand of the wicked. You know what's funny to reading that and your story about your car? He delivered you from your car. He delivered you from your oppressive interest payments. He got you another car.
It was like everything. It was like, wow, what a weight lifted
Oh
off. It was
wow,
like, yeah,
that's
no,
amazing. Mm.
but yeah.
It-
Anyways, no, it's interesting. So ways to live. Yeah, no, and
I
what
can't believe it. I can't
it was
believe
just
it. You know,
that's it. And it was like and again, it just has to be that I gotta. And I said about something. I made a joke to my cousin about karma. Like, oh, that was like if it was karma at first, I thought, oh, it kind of like I must have owed some karma, so that's why I lost my key and $700. Like, okay, now we're even, as it were. And then these
but you
good
know that
things
whole
started
day.
happening, but the good things started happening, and then after I'm like, wait a minute, if karma is a thing, I'm gonna owe a lot. Like I'm in debt now because of too many good things for the bad things, right? But then my cousin
No,
says, no, no,
karma.
no,
No, karma doesn't work like that.
no, no.
Karma does
And
not
I
work
know
like that. You
karma's
get
like
what you
a
owed.
karma was like a long term thing anyway. Anyway, no, I just joke about it. But my cousin
Yeah.
says, no, no, you got to stop and just appreciate it. Don't try and question it or if you deserve it or this thing and that. Appreciate it
Yeah.
and like
Right.
yeah, not and appreciate when things are good so that you can kind of like you know spread it around as it were because you know that when things are bad and anyways just remember when things are good appreciate it and know when you have too much as it were of a good thing and then just spread it around as it were so
Oh
anyways
yeah,
no my
exactly.
cousin
Right.
but don't think about like oh I didn't deserve it and I was getting down a little bit like this with the sort of karma thing it's supposed to be a joke but it sounds like I'm saying oh I don't think I deserve it and she says that and it was like oh you're right I'm kind of thinking like that and then anyways so a weird week but a really good learning week.
Oh wait a minute. You said something about a woman that you had a weird interaction with too. I'm not.
Oh,
I
she
don't
was one of the
remember.
passengers
Something.
where
Yeah.
at the start, yeah, passenger at the
Yeah.
start where again things were really stressful. She was obviously kind of scared. She had to, you know, miss an appointment, but then you're kind of stranded in the middle of nowhere with three guys, right? And so I guess that must have played a role. And she was kind of like really stressed, like really mad at the car sharing organization that organized it. Like, you have to send a taxi to get me home right now, and I need to be here, and you have to do this, and you owe me this, and this kind of thing. Just really, really high level angry. And in the car, right? Like everyone's around and we're kind of like, okay, we're trying to figure this thing out. And then she starts going up and then kind of like gets it onto me, like you call him, my friend's going to help me out. And it's like, well, he's got to take me there and this kind of thing. And I'm not going to pay you anything because usually you pay like, some $15 just to help out with these things. Like in a
Hmm.
normal time, it's like she's not even, and so it's like, no, man, that's not how it works. How it works is that if you keep going, you're going to wait in the diner here until until the bus comes or something like that, right?
Well, that's tough.
And so she
Yeah.
kind of, anyway. So and I was, and obviously my reaction was not the best either. So she ended up coming with us because she didn't have another option. And then but that was the initial thing, and like she cries and stuff, and then I feel like a jerk.
Oh.
Anyways, we all get back, we apologize, and she's like, I'm sorry. She apologizes how she reacts. Me too, and we get into it. And by we'll say the middle, I don't know, by 3 hours in now, out of this 8 hour thing, we're kind of back on good terms. We're laughing and stuff. And by the end, again, it's like not good friends, but like solid.
At least
Like
you're
it
amicable.
came all the
Yeah.
way down, and we're all like just having good positive vibes through watching football and these kind of things. So yeah, it started off. I made her cry.
You're a bad guy, Fraser.
I'm a bad person. I'm bad.
So wait, I
Um,
just gotta ask now. I assume that your job is ride sharing. Is that what you do as a job or as a side thing?
oh no, just to get back, like, because I live in Montreal and I work in Ottawa. That's why I got the car
I
in
don't
the
know.
first place. It's just to transport back and forth. But it's expensive still. Like car payments, I say about that. But
So you
I
take
had to take
so
passengers, and they kind of help. So they pay like $15 each. Basically, that pays gas and car payments. That's all that does. It's not really a job. All it is it gets me back and forth, and
That's a
then
great
pays the
idea.
car again. Well,
That's a
then
great
I become a
idea.
driver. But then, like,
Well,
if I
yeah,
go off
no,
like Christmas, I didn't really drive that much, so I'm still making car payments, right? It
right,
obliges me to do it, right? So, anyways, but that was the other thing. So if they and I can't sell this car now, I like I'm way too deep, right?
right. So the
Whereas
dealership
if
thing really saved you.
and then
That's
if I
amazing.
decide the very next day to sell a brand new car or to sell a car again that has the value that it had just when I bought it, get out of the 21,000 and then get out of the new thing right away and I walk away if I don't need a car and I can become a passenger rather than a driver. And it's just like, wait a
And
second,
put the burden
how
on
is a
somebody
bad
else.
thing, right? It's so silly. So if I want out of the car now, whereas before, like selling a $20,000 car for $8,000, that kind of hurts, right? Because I still have to pay the loan. So now I can actually get out of the car. Like I could sell the car and now I could be back
And you're
as,
break
it would
even. Yeah.
simplify my life a lot, like to be not a car owner. At the same time, I keep thinking like now with my friends, I'm the kind of the friend with a car, which is a nice thing to be. Like I'd rather my life was simpler, but I might be able to make it work so that, everyone kind of like if I could simplify down the payment, then that makes it possible. I could still be the guy with the car and I don't have to take people back and
Yeah.
forth all the time. Or if I moved to Montreal and everything, I could be with the guy with the car and I didn't have to take passengers to make the payments now.
That's my next advice to you. Imagine make you move now.
And it was another day on the road today with some like wintry conditions, taking it slow, but like I should get off
Actually,
that road. I got to get off the road.
did you get snow today? Because we got a little bit of snow here today.
Not as much as they predicted, so that was good, but still,
We got we got
I
a
don't want to be on
coating and then it rained.
the Oof,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, we don't get a
nasty.
lot
Like,
here.
getting around sucks when it's like snow and rain. That sucks.
It wasn't that bad today. It warmed
Yeah.
up pretty quick.
Or-
It melted quick. I drove and I had a visit. I went this morning. I visited my brother, driving in. It wasn't that bad. The road since they salt the roads before anything, so the roads weren't bad at all. It's like on the sidewalks and the grass and the cars where it's stuck.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, well, anyways, we're gonna be trotting through the snow for a while. But that's all right. No,
I
March
got
is coming and then, spring is coming. Spring is on the way. Anyways.
another
Anyways,
month, month and a
I
half.
should let you go though. I should let you go. Yeah, we did that thing. I'll let you go
Actually,
before I fall asleep.
I have a friend in. She lives in Alberta.
Yeah.
She said that her weather is constant negative 30 Celsius where
Yeah,
she
I
is.
came from there. I know what she's
That's
talking.
cold.
Whereabouts in
Yeah,
Alberta though? North or south?
I have no idea. I
Oh,
have no idea.
somewhere.
Somewhere,
Anyways.
somewhere. I don't know. Well, I know she lives in Canada.
Alberta's a small province. It's only about this big.
Right? I know. That's why. That's why I said I don't know.
Like, I come from, we call it central Alberta, but when you actually look at the map, it's quite southern. Whereas northern Alberta,
Yeah,
like people live up there. I have a friend, she went up there, and I call it the
that
North
might be the
Pole. She
issue.
lives like 12 hours drive north of where I grew up, and she's still not out of
Whoa.
Alberta. Like, and I laugh at her, and she tells the temperatures up there, holy. So yeah,
I know.
yeah. No, there's different
I look at
degrees
the
of
map.
Alberta.
I look at the map, and Canada is almost as big as the United States, but a lot further north. And you have a
And it's
lot less people than we do. Yeah.
Yeah, are all around the border though. They said like
Yeah. Right.
85% live within like 100 kilometers of the American border or something like that.
Well,
Like you
it's
see
where
all the
the
cities are
warmest.
right
Yeah.
along. Yeah, yeah.
It's the warmest there. You go further north, it gets colder.
Yeah,
Snow.
exactly. But yeah, it's not as hospitable, but a lot of space. Come on over, Frank. We got room for you in Canada.
I'm sure you do. I don't know how much truth we saw today, but it was a good conversation
We
anyway.
did. We had right at the start. There was something right at the start we figured out.
Yeah,
Anyway,
right. Right, the way the brain works. All right.
that's
I don't know how I don't know how long we went. A little over an hour.
you'll probably round up.
All right. Thank you again,
Anyways,
Fraser. I appreciate what you did for me. Thank you again.
well, thank you for what you did to me.
Really
I just
appreciate it.
somehow you got me a new car. I don't know how it was, Frank, but you got me a new car.
I
Sure did.
love it.
I don't know how. I'll
Oh,
figure out how you did it.
Oh, I hope I
Simpler the
lose
way
my
it's
keys and get a house.
right? You're gonna be throwing all your keys in snowbanks left and right. Just
Yeah, right. Give me a house, God.
like, weird, what the hell? But that's just the thing. You don't get what you ask for. That's the thing. That's the weird part about it, right? Oh, did
No,
I
right.
lose you?
No,
Yeah.
what? No, no, you didn't. What? I've noticed, and this is the last thing I'll leave with, is that when I pray, and God does answer your prayers, but not in the way that you expect.
Oh
Never in the way you expect.
yeah. Never.
But they do get answered.
Yeah. Never. Yeah. That's a good point to leave on. Yeah.
All right. So.
I agree. No, I should say I agree. That would
Oh
be a
yeah.
good point to
Oh
leave on.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So good
I
night,
do.
Fraser. Good night, everybody. This is Seeking Truth, finding Frank and Fraser. Good night, everybody.